Hey, I'm Danny from BOSS. I'm back. I hope you missed me. I'm here at Long McQuade HQ to talk to you about Katana Gen 3. I'm also here to pronounce the word katana wrong many times. I'm sorry in advance. Let me take you back to 2016. BOSS rocked the world with the release of the Katana amplifier range. It quickly became one of the best-selling amplifiers in the world. They're full-featured, but they're as simple as you want them to be. It's not complicated to use, there's no screen, you dial it in like a traditional amp. But if you want to go deep, there is a great editor to access a whole range of BOSS effects from the 50 years of tradition we have behind our brand. And they sound good at any volume level. A lot of amplifiers don't sound great when they're cranked up, and the opposite, some amplifiers don't sound great when they're very quiet. What's great about Katana is that if you dig in and play your guitar really hard, they respond to the dynamics of your playing. They play like a tube amp, which is why we call the main technology involved tube logic. I'll plug myself into my Katana at home and I'll find myself losing hours of time just having a good time playing good tones with such a great amplifier. So what's new with Gen 3? Now the best things come in threes. The best Star Wars movie is the third, Return of the Jedi. The third age was the age in which Frodo cast the ring into the fires of Mount Doom. Katana Gen 3 is no different. We're keeping the spirit intact. We're not making it more complicated, don't worry about that. We're adding a lot of things that our fans of Katana have asked for, and we're adding a few things that we are really excited about. We have improved the sound quality of the amplifiers. We have added deeper tone shaping tools. We added a contour switch. We've added a bloom button that changes the way the power amp reacts to your playing on the head and artist models. Bloom changes the way the power amp feels. It feels a little less tight and the bass expresses out a lot differently. At the request of fans of Katana, we've improved the editor. We've made things easier to dial in, and we've added really cool things like air feel, which changes the way your cabinet is virtually mic'd when you listen in headphones or you go direct to a mixer. And by very popular demand, we've finally added a mobile editor to allow you to edit on your phone or tablet the sounds of your Katana. Like a lot of our other products, all you need to do is purchase the BT Dual, which is a Bluetooth module that you plug into the back of the amp that gives you the ability to connect wirelessly to the mobile editor. And my favorite addition is the new amp type, the pushed amp type. And don't forget, if you have the previous generations of Katana, you don't have to sell it off right away. Add a Gen 3 to your collection and you can use the stereo expand function to use them both in stereo. And if you've never had a stereo amp rig, you're in for a treat. So with the new pushed amp type, all the bases are finally covered. In Katana, you have a lot of great distortion sounds, and there is a great clean sound, but it's a very clean. We wanted something with a little more touch sensitivity to it, where you dig in and it'll distort naturally, like a tube amplifier would. Our new pushed amp type really lets the tube logic technology shine in the new Katana Gen 3. It's the type of amp you feel. And with the bloom mode on the head and artist models, you can hear that low end flourish like a boutique amplifier. If you've seen me in previous demos or around the internet, you know that I'm a pedal guy. While I do love to keep it simple every once in a while and plug directly into the Katana, use its internal effects, I want to use my carefully curated pedal board and plug it into the Katana. And the new pushed amp type honestly makes this the ultimate pedal board amplifier. Hashtag unbiased. When you're using boosts and overdrive pedals and cascading them into each other, the general rule is you want to have your amp right on the edge of breakup. That's where the amp is only distorting if you really dig in and push hard or push extra level into it with an overdrive pedal. And the best part is, with the Katana, with the combination of the master volume and the power control, I can get that consistent tone at any volume level. It really makes this amp good for anyone. And being good for pedals allows me to use the most underrated Boss pedal of all time, the Boss OD3. For the Katana Gen 3 models, you have the 50 watt model, the 50EX model, which is a few upgrades from the 50. You have the 100, you have the 212, which is two 12-inch speakers, so if you want to push a little more air. You have my favorite, which is the Katana Head, which is a 100 watt head, but it has a 5-inch speaker inside the head, so if you want to play it without a cabinet, you can still hear yourself with that little 5-inch speaker. It's great. And we have the artist models. And a lot of people ask us, what's the difference? What's the big deal with the artist models? So while a lot of Katana players are beginner players or people who want a home practice solution, a lot of people gig with Katana. A ton of people buy Katana to play in rock bands or any type of band. We wanted to take Katana to the next level by offering some pro level features. We have our Waza speaker, which is designed by our Wazacraft engineers in Japan. It's based off the classic 25 watt British speaker, but it has modern power handling. As you can see, it has a bigger cabinet, and a bigger cabinet means a bigger tone because there's more air inside behind the speaker. We have a dedicated switch on the front for the air field technology, which is your cabinet modeling, and we have a global EQ switch because we all know if you're in different rooms for different gigs, the tone of your amplifier can be very different. And along with the presence control that are on the other Katana amplifiers, we've added a resonance control, which again controls that bottom end for unruly stages and whatnot. If you're a pro player or you're just looking for the best possible Katana experience, get either the artist combo or the artist head. You won't be disappointed. And we'll leave it at that, the Katana Gen 3. You have to hear them. I'm not kidding. You have to hear these amplifiers in the room. They sound so good. We're so excited for you to try out Katana Gen 3 for the first time. You're gonna be blown away, I promise. If you like this video, as always, like and subscribe. And if you have a question, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.
Long McQuade, where the music begins.
Okay, that was good.
That was the best take for me.
Yeah, I felt good. Yeah, that felt really good.